Alrighty, guys, it is Friday, May 12th, 2023, and I'm coming fresh off a 4-1 day in my 5 personal sports bets on patreon.com/BrockPage yesterday. And if you feel like you missed out and you wish you could have accessed those winners yesterday, the best way to do that is to join my full access, all-inclusive chairman package. But before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick timeout and welcome you to my Major League Baseball free pick video here today. For Friday, May 12th, 2023. Happy Friday to you. Weekend's finally here. My name is Brock Page, and I've been dishing out free sports picks right here on YouTube since 2016. I also sell my personal sports bets on patreon.com/BrockPage. And once again, guys, I'm coming fresh off a winning 4-1 day, my 5 personal sports bets on that website yesterday. And if you join my full access, all-inclusive chairman package here today, you're going to get access to every single personal play of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, guys, you're also going to get access to my Chairman podcast absolutely free. It's going to be included with your purchase. I currently have over 520 members who are signed up and active on my website right now. And you may be wondering what the difference is between what I do here on YouTube and what I do on my website. Well, what I do here on YouTube is I'll handicap the entire slate of games in any given sport, side and total. What I do on my website is I actually share with you which one of these free plays on these videos that I'm actually betting on personally. And with that, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. We're going to start off with the Mariners at the Tigers, 6:40 Eastern first pitch. Seattle's the $1.20 favorite on the road, totals 8.5. Marco Gonzalez for Seattle, Matthew Boyd for Detroit. Now, Boyd's got a 1.34 whip along with an ERA in the 5s. This Tiger lineup also can't score for shit. They're in the bottom 3 in run production, and they're fanning nearly 10 times a game at the dish. They're going up against Marco Gonzalez, who's 2-0 on the year with 23 strikeouts. This Marlins pitching staff is also in the top 5 in the American League in strikeouts per game on the mound. Now, injury-wise, Dylan Moore's out for Seattle. Carpenter is still nursing that shoulder for Detroit. And when it comes to the total, the Tigers saw unders recently with Cleveland, New York Mets, and Baltimore. Meanwhile, Seattle went 60% to the under in their road trips. Give me the Mariners minus 120, under 8.5. Next game, Reds, Marlins, 6:40 p.m. East. Miami's minus $1.40, total 7.5. Yuri Perez possible for Miami. Graham Ashcraft for Cincinnati. Now, Graham's got an ERA in the 3s and just 1 loss on the year. Now, this Reds pitching staff also strikes out more batters a game on the road than any other team in baseball. They're facing a Miami club who also can't score for shit. They're dead last in the majors in run production. The Fish also lost 3 out of their last 4 in Miami. Now, injury-wise, Garcia and Cooper are still out. Sanchez is questionable. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, Votto's out. Friedel's questionable for them. When it comes to the total in this one, since he's 8-5 to the under against National League opponents on the road. Meanwhile, Miami's 14-5 to the under at Marlins Park. Give me Cincy plus 1.5, under 7.5 runs. Next game, Mets Nationals, 7:05 Eastern start time. New York's minus $1.20, totals 9. Tyler McGill for New York, Mackenzie Gore for Washington. Now, Gore's had a little bit of control issues. He also has a 1.43 whip. And even if he does throw well on this day here today, this Nats lineup can't score for shit. They're scoring fewer runs a game at home than any other club in the majors except for one. They're going to have to face Tyler McGill, who's got 3 wins on the season and 27 strikeouts. Now, this Mets lineup also strikes out fewer times a game at the plate on the road than any other club in baseball. Brandon Nimmo's hitting .312 with 20 free passes. Meanwhile, Pete Alonso is the league leader in homers. Now, injury-wise, Dickerson, Robles, and Pineda are still out. Candelario is questionable. Meanwhile, for the Mets on the other side, Nitto and LaCastro are still out for them. When it comes to the total in this one, 6 out of these teams' last 10 meetings did get over the number. The Mets averaged just about 5 runs a game in those gatherings. Give me the Mets minus $1.20, over 9. And with that, guys, we're going to jump into our next and final breakdown for the video. It's going to be in that Pirates-Orioles game, 7:05 Eastern first pitch. Baltimore's minus $1.50 at home, totals 8.5. Kyle Bradish for Baltimore, Johan Oviedo for Pittsburgh. Now, Ovi's got a couple of wins on the year and 33 strikeouts. This Pittsburgh team also has a top 5 run-producing lineup on the road. Brian Reynolds leads the club in batting average and runs batted in. Meanwhile, Jack Sawinski and Andrew McCutchen, they're tied for the club lead in home runs. Now, they're facing Kyle Bradish on the bump for Baltimore, who's got a 1.73 whip. He also has an ERA dangerously close to 6. Now, as a team, the O's lost 3 out of their last 5, and they average only 2.4 runs a game during that span. Now, injury-wise, Ramon Urias is still out for the O's. When it comes to the number, Baltimore saw their last 3 straight at Camden Yards stay under the number. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh saw 4 out of their last 6 road games against American League opponents stay under the total themselves. Give me the Pirates plus 1.5, under 8.5. And with that, guys, now it's time for our quick pick recap. Give me Seattle minus $1.20, under 8.5. Cincinnati plus 1.5, under 7.5 runs. New York Mets minus $1.20, over 9. Pittsburgh plus 1.5, under 8.5 runs. Tampa Bay Rays plus 1.5, under 7.5. Toronto plus 1.5, over 8.5 runs. LA Angels plus 1.5, over 8.5. Boston minus $1.10, under 10.5. Minnesota Twins minus 150, over 8. Houston minus $1.50, under 8.5. Milwaukee minus 1.5, under 8.5 runs. Colorado plus 1.5, under 11.5. Arizona plus $1, over 9.5. Texas Rangers minus 1.5, under 8.5 runs. With my next and final free pick for the video, give me the LA Dodgers minus 135, under 9. And with that, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my website. Now, if you do end up getting a package here today on patreon.com/BrockPage, you're going to get access to that membership for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. That's why I always tell folks that Chairman package, it's a full access, all-inclusive membership. Gives you access to absolutely everything I produce on that website. But most importantly, guys, gotta thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, guys, happy Friday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.